right, let's give it up for Erin.
All right. So I'd like for each of you to think about the last time you were left furious, distraught, or shocked by someone's actions. Those feelings of irritation aren't the best, right? Now, what kept you going? Maybe it was your significant other, or maybe it was your mother, maybe your father, possibly a sibling, maybe it was some of your best friends, or maybe it was even your faith. Or maybe it wasn't any of these things that kept you going. Maybe what kept you going was your drive, your dreams, your aspirations. Or maybe it was something simple like a hobby or an interest you might have. For example, Taylor, I'm sure your bike has kept you going, both figuratively and literally. And Kelsey, you love makeup. That has to keep you going sometimes. Well, I can't speak for the entirety of the class, but I can say that each of these things has kept me going at one point or another in my life. But there's something missing from this list that has kept me going in some of my hardest tribulations. And that thing would be dogs and other pets. By raise of hands, how many of you have a pet dog? Had, good. Okay, how many of you have ever had a pet in general? Awesome. So a majority of the class has had a pet in general. Well, I have 1 dog and 3 cats at the moment. I love my cats, but I'm going to talk about dogs today because they're great. Today I'm going to share with you 5 ways we can better appreciate our pets. And I'm going to share with you some therapeutic information about dogs that you might not already be familiar with. So dogs have the power to make us happier. Dog owners are actually less likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and stress. And petting or grooming your dog can be very therapeutic and comforting to you and your dog. You see, when you put your hand on the texture of the dog's fur, you're able to focus more on the texture rather than the stress or worries you might have. And dogs have the power to help loneliness. You see, dogs have this special gift in which they can detect when a human is going through something that's very stressful or very hard for the human. So they try their best to comfort the person and help them to get through it. And dogs know more than 150 English words, meaning they really do understand us. And they understand our problems, and they try their best to help us through that. So I'm going to show you this very short clip of a dog named Loki. Loki. He is also known as the Corgi King. Loki is loved by over 770,000 people. He is more than likely the most popular dog on all of Instagram. I'm probably his biggest fan, sorry. But Loki has changed the lives of many. Loki is a perfect example of man's best friend. His owners love him, everyone loves him. But it's not because he's simply a corgi. It's because he's friendly, he's lovable, he's intelligent. He learns tricks faster than any dog I have ever seen. Which is why in early September, when Loki had kidney failure, hundreds of thousands of his fans were distraught. And his owners were left devastated when he lost his life. Loki became a part of his owner's family. When he passed, they said on Instagram that a part of them left with him. Loki gave his owners purpose. And that's what dogs can do. They give us purpose, they give us drive, and they're able to lift us up when we feel the most down. So how can we better appreciate our pets? After conducting some research, I came to 5 different ways we can better appreciate our pets. Number 1 would be, we can buy them the food they favor. We all know what it's like when someone gives us food we don't like. It's not fun. So why would we do that to our pets? I know price is an issue, but they deserve the best. And number 2, we can give them new gifts or toys every now and then. We know how special it makes us feel when our friends or family members or other loved ones give us a gift. So the least we can do is try to give our pets gifts as well. We can take them on walks or carry them when we get the chance, depending on their size. Number 4, we can teach them tricks and praise them for learning new things. I don't know about you guys, but I have always struggled in math class. And I will never forget the feelings I would get whenever I would finally understand something and my teachers or my friends would praise me for it. And number 5, we can hug them and cuddle with them. Everyone deserves to feel a little love, especially the ones who love us most. So this here is Bruno. Bruno came into our family in 2012. He's about 4 years old now, and he is the most rambunctious, loud, and protective beast you'll ever meet in your entire life. But we love him. He may not be a corgi, which is my favorite breed of dog, but he is really special to our family. Bruno came into my life at a time when I really needed him. He came during my freshman year, and in my freshman year, I was going through a lot of different circumstances and trials, and I felt like I had no one to talk to. I didn't feel like talking to my mom about it because she was suffering from several illnesses, and I didn't want to be a bother. And I didn't feel like talking to my dad about it because he was stressed out about finances and work and providing for the family. And I couldn't talk to my little sister about it. She was about 10 years old at the time, and I didn't want to put my worries onto her. So I truly felt alone. But when Bruno came into my life, he gave me purpose. I remember coming home on multiple occasions, and he'd be waiting at the door, and he'd just fill me up with love as soon as I walk inside. Now, I know for those of you who are not a big fan of dogs or who have never had a pet dog may find this ridiculous, but I can confidently say that Bruno changed my life. And if I wouldn't have had him there to listen to me vent constantly or there to love on, I would have been a very different person my freshman year, and I don't think I would have been as happy. Dogs really are our best friend, and we owe it to them to treat them with the unconditional love they treat us with. M.K. Clinton, an author, once said, "The world would be a nicer place if everyone had the ability to love as unconditionally as the dog." Our dogs deserve this love. And I know this may not apply to a lot of us right now, considering we are in college and we don't all have pet dogs right now. But I have faith that in the near future, when you have families of your own or when you're living on your own, you might want to get a dog. So I'd just like for each of you to remember the 5 new principles that I taught you about how to treat your dog with love and respect. They deserve it, especially when life gets rough sometimes. Thank you.